If you're just plain tired of setting these huge, exciting goals only to find yourself right back at square one a few months later, this is for you. We're going to talk about a shift in thinking that might, just might, be the end of that whole frustrating cycle of starting over.
Seriously, does this sound familiar to you? That big burst of New Year's energy, you've got the perfect plan, you can see the new you, and then life gets in the way. It gets messy, and it all just fades. It's this super frustrating loop, and trust me, you are not the only one stuck in it.
Yeah, it always kicks off with so much excitement, right? And a flawless plan. You can practically taste the victory. But then, well, life happens. Motivation takes a nosedive, the plan comes to a halt, and that feeling of failure just sets you up to do the whole thing all over again next year.
Okay, let's get one thing straight right now. The problem is not your desire. You really want the change. The problem is that goals on their own are just really fragile. They don't have your back when you're tired or you're feeling overwhelmed. What you've been missing is a reliable system to fall back on.
And that brings us to the big idea here. Instead of just, wishful thinking, let's talk about systems. Think of it like this. A goal is your destination, but a system is the car that actually gets you there day in and day out.
A goal is something you might write down one time. A system is something you live. It's not some big, grand declaration. It's just the set of small, repeatable things you do every single day that kind of automatically move you in the right direction.
And this right here makes the difference crystal clear. A goal is a wish, like, I want to be fit. But a system is proof. I work out every morning. See the difference? One is a fantasy about the future, the other is a fact about what you did today. It's literally the difference between hoping and doing.
Man, this quote just nails it. On your best days, sure, inspiration might carry you. But what about your worst days? On those days, you fall back to whatever is automatic. Your system is that safety net. What you do on repeat, that is what's building your future.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually build one of these things? Let's get practical. Let's break down exactly how you can design a system that really works for you.
It really boils down to 4 simple steps. First, we're just going to observe where you are right now, with no judgment. Then, we'll build patterns that actually feel natural, not like you're forcing something. After that, it's all about taking the pressure off by focusing only on today. And finally, we'll train your brain to love the process by stacking those small daily wins. So, step 1, just observe. Before you go building something new, you got to understand what you're already doing. Just watch yourself for a day. What things give you energy? What things completely drain you? Your answers to that's your starting line for a better system.
Second, and this is so critical, if your system feels like a punishment, it will not last. It has to be built around who you actually are, not who you think you should be. Don't try to force a 4 a.m. workout if you're a total night owl. You need to build a system that feels like it's supporting you, not sacrificing who you are. All right, third step, narrow your focus. Trying to fix your entire life all at once is just crushing. The antidote, focus only on today, just today. You can't solve next month's problems right now, but you can make one good choice, take one small step right now. That is all that's required.
And finally, stack those small wins. Your brain literally runs on rewards. If you wait for some huge milestone to feel proud of yourself, you're gonna burn out. But a small win, even just a 10-minute workout, gives you immediate proof that you're capable. It builds real self-trust and actually trains your brain to crave progress.
So you've designed the system. Awesome. Now comes the real test, making it last. Look, motivation is a feeling, and feelings, well, they're not very reliable. So what do you do when that initial fire starts to fade? This right here, this is probably the single most dangerous trap in personal growth. We wait to feel motivated before we work out. We wait to feel inspired before we write. We wait to feel confident before we speak up. We're always waiting for the right feeling, and when we do that, we're just giving away all of our power.
The key is to completely flip the script. Stop trying to manage your feelings, just manage your actions. You are not your feelings. You're the one who gets to decide what to do in spite of them. When you act on your values, no matter what your mood is, that is how you build real discipline. We have this idea that we need to feel good in order to act, but it's almost always the other way around. Action is what creates the feeling. Moving your body literally changes your brain chemistry. Finishing a small task gives you that hit of accomplishment. Action is the engine for emotion, not the other way around.
Okay, but let's tackle that other huge challenge. What about when you are doing the work? You're showing up every day, but you're not seeing the results. The number on the scale isn't moving, the bank account isn't growing. This is the exact moment that most people quit.
Here's the reframe you need. Slow results are not failure. Think about a seed. For weeks, you see nothing above the ground, but underground, this incredible, strong root system is forming. Your consistent habits, those are the roots. They're building the foundation for everything that's about to break through.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. The real goal isn't the outcome, it's the behavior. The results are just a side effect of a good system. So if you're not getting the results you want, don't just wish harder. Look at what you do on repeat. The answer is always there.
So let's just quickly sum up the big differences here. Goals, they focus on some future outcome. Systems focus on the daily process. Goals rely on that fleeting motivation and hype, while systems are built on solid action and repetition. And this is the most important part. Goals might give you a temporary change, but a system creates a lasting shift in your identity. You don't just achieve a thing, you become a new person.
And that's really where we'll leave it. Every single day, your system is working. It's building your future, brick by brick, whether you're paying attention to it or not. The life you want, it's not some distant thing. It's built into what you choose to do next. So the only question that really matters is this: what did you build today?